Yes, Varshaji, please unmute yourself and
welcome, friends, to our regular Thinking Thursday session today about non-violent communication with Geeta Bhansali ji. We welcome Geeta Bhansali ji to our session today. So Geeta Bhansali has been into the healing field for more than 20 years and is actively practicing and teaching various therapeutic modalities that range from being deeply meditative to freely expressive. Geeta Bhansali is a certified Heal Your Life workshop leader by Heart Inspired USA and also accredited as Heal Your Life coach and teen play shop facilitator. She's also a certified Bowen practitioner, dynamic system of muscle and connective tissue therapy. She has designed a facilitation learning program, Seeds of Well-Being, SOW. This program is packed with 60 plus integrated therapeutic tools and techniques. So over to you, Geeta ji. We welcome you once again.
welcome you, Geeta ji. You can unmute and start.
Thank you, everybody. Thank you for showing up and showing interest. So this session is based on nonviolent communication. And yes, I mean, I have studied nonviolent communication since about 6 to 7 years. So let me share the screen. So I like to call it the heartful communication, and rightly so, because this is based on the heart. It actually builds connection. So basics of heartful communication, and so just the way we learn a language like French or German, this is also a new language. It's a language of the heart. This builds connection. Now there are four components. Typically, four components that are involved in this nonviolent communication. There are observation, feeling, needs, and request. And let's understand what is this. And let's take an example to understand this clearly. Now, let's say the context is A and B have gone out for lunch and A is on the phone. So A is on the phone and B is telling A, you are ignoring me. You can't do this. You always do this. And what is A saying? Why did I even come here for lunch with you? Don't you think this is a typical communication that we use most of the time?
Absolutely, absolutely. We keep hearing this.
This builds disconnection.
Yes.
And nonviolent means NVC. We call it the short form as NVC, nonviolent communication. Now, how do we break this up into observation, feeling, needs, and request? You need to remember this most of the times. Observation, O, F, feeling, N is needs, R is request, O, F, and R. So we're going to break this communication down into O, F, N, and R. Okay. So the same situation where A and B have gone out for lunch and A is on the phone. How do we break it into O, F, and R? So A is on the phone, and what is B saying to A? I see that since past 10 minutes, you are on your cell. Which is a very clear observation. Instead of saying you are ignoring me, what is B saying? Since past 10 minutes, you're on your cell. Correct? Is that clear? Observation?
Yes.
Now, what is the feeling? What is B feeling? I am getting irritated, which is the unpleasant feeling. I need to discuss something important. I need your full attention, which is the need. Correct?
Yes.
And what is the request? What is a clear, specific request? Would you be okay to keep your cell phone away for 15 minutes? So you see that whole conversation, which was earlier, you are ignoring me, you can't do this, you always do this. That one sentence, we've broken it down into O, F, N, R. Is this making sense just for now? Because sometimes it's like when you're learning a new language, when you break it down, it's like, oh my God. But obviously we're learning something new, correct? So which is why you need to be very specific. Let me repeat this one more time. So what are we saying? Observation, in terms of observation. I see that since past 10 minutes, you're on your cell, which is observation. Then you talk about the feeling. I'm getting irritated. The next one is the need. I need your full attention. What is the request? Request has to be very clear and doable. Would you be okay to keep your cell phone away for 15 minutes? Now, when I speak like that, what is the response of A? Yeah, sure, I can do that. But can I finish texting this urgent message and then keep the phone away? So this is what happens when we use a communication that builds connection, right? Let's look at example 2. The context is the clothes needs to be washed by B. So, and B is watching TV since 5 hours and clothes are not washed. Do you understand the context? Clothes needs to be washed. For example, B is watching TV since 5 hours and the clothes are not washed. So A says to A says to B, you are so irresponsible, which we typically do now.
Yes.
You are an idiot, you are so irresponsible, you're good for nothing, why are you doing this? You're all the time watching TV, blah, blah, right? How do we convert this, you're so irresponsible, or you're so lazy, or you're useless, into a heartful communication language? So again, O, F, and R. People, please remember these 4 things. O, F, N, R. So what is the observation? Language, what is the
Observation, feeling,
needs and request?
request. Okay.
So what is the observation? You have not put the clothes for washing today. Pure, simple observation without judgment. What is the judgment? Judgment is you are so irresponsible, or you're so lazy, or you're good for nothing. Like usually we say this, right? What am I saying actually? What is A saying? You have not put the clothes for washing today, full stop, period. And then you connect with your feeling. I'm upset, or I'm angry, or I'm irritated. And what is the need? What is the need behind the feeling? I like the house to be organized and things to be done on time. Right? And what is the clear request? Are you okay to agree to put them for washing this week? Or very simple, are you okay to switch off the television and put the clothes for washing right now? Or after you watch the TV? So having a very clear request is extremely important. Right? So let me do one thing. Why don't does somebody have a situation which is less intense, under 5, on a scale of 0 to 10 in terms of intensity, under 5, so that we can have a very clear example in front of us instead of just a one-way talking? Let's have somebody volunteer and give us a situation so that we can break it down to observation, feeling, need, and request, if possible. I mean, I'm just wondering how.
That using of mobile phone, that's very, very common. And let us say you go out with a friend only and sitting on the table, and the other friend is continuously on the phone. So
But that's the same example that I used,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
But can you come up with another real situation? I mean, not just a generic situation, but something real,
Yes,
something that
Umaji.
is.
Yes,
Yes,
Umaji.
I have. Like it's generally it happens in my home that my children, grandchildren are busy and they're not coming for food at the dining table. So we are
Yeah.
always, and they're busy doing something, watching TV or some mostly watching TV. And we are requesting them to come over and have it, because generally we say, okay, shut it off, come over here. That's another way. The second way is we can always tell them, okay, do you mind finishing it off also, and then switch off within 5 minutes and be on the table. I mean, this is the way we can put it up.
Yeah. So it's not about the way you can put it. It's what are you really clearly observing? What are you clearly feeling?
We are feeling
What are,
that they are not coming for the dining table for food,
okay.
and they are busy watching TV.
Okay, so let's break it down. Can you tell me your grandchildren's name?
One is Yathav, the other is Tarini.
So say, imagine Yathav and Tarini. So they are watching TV, or what are they doing?
They're watching TV.
Okay, so break that whole situation down into observation, feeling, need, request. So you can say, when I see Yashasvi and Tarini, right? Yashasvi, no, I forget the name.
Yatharv and Tarini.
Yatharva. So break it to your head. I mean, you don't have to say it aloud. You
Okay.
first say it in your head. When
Okay.
I see. So typically observation sentences begins with when. When
Okay.
I see, say the
Yatharv.
sentence. I would like you to say the sentence.
Okay. When Yatharv and Tarini are watching TV,
When I see Yatharva and Tarini watching TV,
and not coming for food,
that's it. Full
that's it.
stop. I feel, what is it that you feel? I feel irritated.
Uh, yes, if they are not coming for the food after telling twice or thrice.
When I tell Yatharva and Tarini twice to come for food and they don't come, I feel irritated.
Yes.
Okay. And
Okay.
what is it that I need?
Need that they should come for food
Okay.
to the
If
dining
they
table.
come for food, what will that give you? I'm going to share the needs list. 1 second. Hold on. So this is the needs list. Look at the needs list. What is it that you need? Look at the list and tell me what is it that you need. Discipline? Do you need discipline?
Yes, in a way, they should be there for the on dining table.
If they are there on the dining table, what will that give you?
Uh, Probably they'll be having food in time.
So if they have food on time, what will that give you?
Give me.
Keep looking at the needs list. Keep looking
Okay.
at the needs list. And what
Okay.
others could do now, my suggestion is what others could do is type out the need that you think. I'm not seeing the name actually. This is because of the Zoom. What's the name of the participant here?
You can you
Uma.
can click at participants and then you can.
Uma. I'm a Uma.
So
I'm
why
Uma.
don't you? Others could type out the probable need that would be that would satisfy Uma's need. What is the need that you can type out? So why don't everybody type out the need that Uma will feel is satisfied? So somebody has written family bond. Yeah, great. And that family bond is connection, na? Closeness
Yes.
and respect. Great companionship. Superb. Keep typing. Physical well-being. Fantastic. Order. Very good.
Respect.
Consideration, respect, discipline. Yeah, satisfaction. Nurturing. Fantastic. Time management. Superb. Very good. So, yeah,
I had a doubt. Why can't it be ego?
ego is not a need. Is ego written on that sheet of paper? Let me share the sheet again.
No. It's not written.
Yeah, it's not written. So ego is not a need. Okay.
Okay.
And we'll come to a detailed explanation of the need. Yes, Zora, you're
Okay.
raising your hand. You have something to say?
Yeah, I had a hypothetical situation. I don't know whether this will work in that.
Pause. We are not going to take a hypothetical situation.
No, this is hypothetical for me. This is happening to a person I know very well.
Okay,
Like,
let's finish Uma's example first.
okay.
Okay. Did you get this, Uma?
Oh, yes.
The plethora of needs, like what everybody has
Yes.
suggested on the chat. Okay, so let's take a recap of everything again. I mean, if you could mute yourself, Zora, because I think there's an echo, and Nita also. No, whoever's unmuted, if you could mute yourself. So again, let's take a recap. Uma, can you say the entire sentence? Observation, feeling, need. When I tell my grandchildren twice or thrice to come for dinner,
For dinner.
and when they don't come,
They don't come. Yes.
I feel
irritated.
I need talk about 5 needs, like I need love, order, discipline.
Order and discipline. Hello.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes, we can hear. We can hear both of you.
So, and what is the request you can make to yourself or to your grandchildren? We'll come to we'll come to request later on. Okay, we'll come to request later on. We'll take this same example when we come to request a little later. Is this clear? Is this everybody? Is this clear? Observation, yes. Feeling, and need. Now, don't use this language as a solution, which means if you use this language, her grandchildren are going to come and eat dinner. No. This is not a solution-based approach. This is a connection-based approach. Okay? This much is clear?
Yeah, very much clear.
Uma, once again, repeat this in your head. The minute you identify your feeling and need, there will be a shift in your body.
Okay.
When my grandchildren don't come and eat dinner, I feel irritated and I need respect and love. That's it. The minute you say that 2 to 3 times to yourself, you will definitely experience some shift in your body. Am I correct, Uma? Are you noticing a shift?
Well, I was just listening to you. Yes, I agree. Yes.
Say, take a 30-second and just feel the shift in your body. Okay. And my suggestion to all of you all is think of your own situation under 5 and break it down into observation, feeling, and need for now. Take about 2 minutes. It's not a tough. Take about 2 minutes. Think of a situation. And that situation could be anything under 5, intensity under 5. And break it down into observation. When I see this or when I hear this, I feel so and so, and I need so and so. Done? Everybody is done? I'm going to stop talking for another 2 minutes so that everybody does the exercise by themselves. And if anybody has a doubt, please raise your hand and I can, address it. Shall we move ahead? I'm not sure if,
Oh, yes.
yeah, can we move ahead, everybody? Okay. Let me share the screen again. So now let's come to the first element, which is observation. Now, what is the meaning of observation? One specific thing that a person did is an observation. What is the meaning of this? It's what a camera can capture. Can a camera capture, let's say we're watching cricket. Let's say we are watching cricket. Or let's say, most of you have heard a commentary on radio?
Yes, yes.
On cricket?
We have.
Yes.
Yes, we
Yes,
have.
we have.
sometimes the commentator on radio Hindi mein, they will say Sachin ne bahut shandar chakka mara.
Yes.
Now that is not an observation because a camera cannot capture shandar chakka. What the camera will capture, that the Sachin Tendulkar hit the shot went beyond the boundary line and it's a 4. Correct? Can a camera capture Shandar Chakka? No. That is your interpretation. Or what a terrible shot. No. What will the camera capture? That the bowler bowled. Sachin Tendulkar missed the shot. It hit the stumps. And Sachin Tendulkar is out. Correct? Is that correct?
Yes.
The camera cannot capture that the shot was terrible. So that is the meaning of observation, what a camera can capture. Pure camera capturing. Let's again share the screen. So observe the situation without evaluating or judging. What is evaluation? Evaluation is she is aggressive. What is observation? For example, she hit her sister when her sister took her pencil. Can somebody else give me another observation with respect to she is aggressive or he is aggressive? Type it on the chat. Let's say Uma is aggressive. If I'm saying Uma is aggressive or Uma is irritating, what would be the observation statement? For example, think of any statement.
She's getting annoyed.
No. Think of any context. She is gaslighting to manipulate. She slammed the door and went. Excellent. So this is perfect. She slammed the door and went. She's throwing things around. Fantastic. What else could be? I want 2 more sentences. Teacher shouted at the student. Yes. The sentence, I'm just waiting for somebody else also. She slapped me. Fantastic. So you see, when I'm saying she's aggressive, change it to a observational statement. Is this clear? Is this making sense?
Yes. Yes, it does.
I'm going to actually show another statement. I would request you all to mute yourself because there is a lot of noise. Okay. I am lazy. Now, suppose I'm telling my own self, I am lazy, which is a judgment, which is evaluation. Now, what is the observation? I woke up at 4 p.m. this entire week. Now, my suggestion to you is Again, if I'm saying I am lazy, what else could be an observational statement? Can you all type it in the chat? Or I'm saying, Uma, you're lazy. Or if I'm saying, Nidhi, you're lazy. I am not working. No, I'm not. That's not complete observational. I'm not working since 3 days. Her homework hasn't been done. Fantastic. Not getting up to answer the bell. Fantastic. You look drowsy. Yes. Don't feel like doing. So don't feel like. Can a camera capture not feeling like? No, it cannot. Her office work is pending. Yes. She's sleeping day and night. Yes. Great. So you're getting it. Let me share another statement now. He is a poor soccer player. Convert it into an observational statement. He has not scored a goal in 20 games. Now, let me again stop this. So, she's a bad teacher or she's a bad human being. So instead of poor soccer player, you could say poor batsman player or a poor teacher or a bad human being. Convert it into a observational statement. He missed the goal post. Very nice. Or he's a bad human being. He's a bad sports person. He's a bad teacher. Anything. He never won. No, never won is wrong. He did not help me today is wrong. How? He did not take the dishes and washed it. Something like that. So not help is very unclear. She needs more experience is very unclear. It has to be more specific. He was sitting in the dressing room. Yeah. My teacher scolded me for not doing. Wait, it's going too fast. I'm not able to keep pace. He's not getting from the teacher does not explain clearly is not right. That's not observation. Teacher does not explain clearly is not observation. So what convert this into an observational statement? Teacher does not explain clearly. I asked the question to the teacher. The teacher explained it, but I did not understand. That is observation. Yeah. Teacher is never on time. Never is not okay. The teacher did not come on time for this entire week, for this entire month, for this entire year. But never on time is not observation. The more specific it is, that is observation. Is this making sense, people? And this requires you to really break down, because we usually have the tendency to use the words never and always. You always do this, you never do this. You always harass me. You always forget my birthday. You never love me. That doesn't work. What will happen if I tell Shakuntala, imagine Shakuntala to be my mother, for example, or my sister. And if I tell her, Shakuntala, you never love me. How is she going to feel? Terrible.
Yes.
The connection will break. That is in my head that she never loves me because probably she's not remembered my birthday. Now, if I have to convert it into a observation, for example, Shakuntala is my sister, and I'm telling her you'd never love me. I convert it into observation. It will be, Shakuntala, since the past 10 years, you've not remembered my birthday. Since the past 10 years, you've not wished me on my birthday. That is the meaning of you don't love me. You never love me. Do you understand this?
Yes, yes. Getting it.
Or let's say let me finish. Or let's say she stays in another country or in another city, and since the past 10 years, you've not visited me. Or when I fell sick, you didn't pick up the phone and call me. So my whole idea is to give her information. But what am I doing instead? I'm telling her, you don't love me. You don't love me. You've never loved me. But actually, what is that? What is it that she's done is what I need to communicate. Is this making sense? Or am I going too fast?
I had a question.
I think
No,
before that, Varsha, sorry. Before
First
that, Varsha was
question.
saying something. No?
Yes.
Yeah, so I was saying basically we have to be very specific what we are observing.
Absolutely.
Exactly. Just be very specific and say exactly what you notice rather than judging.
Exactly. But the point is, do it in your head.
Yeah.
To begin with, because you see, you're learning a new language.
Mm-hmm.
You're learning a new language. First, process it into your head. Break that sentence down into observation, feeling, need, request. So if Shakuntala is my sister, and if I'm actually telling her, you don't love me, I first break it into my head. Why am I saying that I don't love her? Oh, because she didn't do this. And because of that, I'm feeling very angry, very upset, very whatever hurt. What is it that I need? I need this. And then you break it down, and then communicate to Shakuntala. And this takes a little while. It takes a little bit of practice.
But if in a toxic relationship, it cannot be quantified by any one act, but there are many series of acts.
Absolutely. So you need to take baby steps, right? Yeah. And now let's take Rahul's question actually before we
I
conclude.
was just going to be asking you that you had said that, you've not spoken to me for the last 5 years. So as I understand is that it's basically situational.
Absolutely.
But if you if whether you say never or you say that you have not spoken to me for 5 years, wouldn't that be like dragging the past? Which shouldn't be just connected with the currently that you haven't spoken to me just for this time.
Okay, Rahul, this is contextual and we are giving examples. So typically when we are saying never, there is a history to it, right? Which is why we are saying since past 10 years.
And now suppose so even saying 5 years would not be the correct thing, no?
Yeah, it's not. I'm just making it up. I'm just making it up.
Okay.
And it could be you've not spoken to me since yesterday. That's also fine. But usually we use the words like never. So even if, let's say if my husband hasn't spoken to me for 1 day, for example, I would still say never. We usually have this habit of saying never. You never do this.
True. Very true.
And what happens when you use the word never? It breaks there's a disconnection. So my suggestion to you is each time you're using the word always or never, pause and ask yourself, is it always or never? Because it's usually not. My teacher never understands me. But it's never. Maybe
so basically being judgmental here.
You need to break it down and ask yourself, is it always or never? No, it's 9. Even if it's 9 out of 10 times, it is still 9
still
out
never,
of 10.
not never. Yeah, true.
That's what I'm trying to say.
Okay.
Or it could be 10 out of 10 times. Say 10 out of 10 times. But usually in the language that we're learning, we usually don't say never, or we don't say always.
Always. Okay.
Or I could say 10 out of each time. 5 out of 5 times, whenever I've asked you to lay the table, 5 out of 5 times, you've not done it.
It's better to quantify it.
Absolutely.
Rather than give it a quality, because then that tends to get, make the situations worse.
And this requires effort. This requires a lot of effort. Let me tell you, it's not easy. Learning this language is not easy. Just like learning any other language is not easy. I'm doing this for 7 years and I'm still not there.
So basically you have to drop the emotions connected to the particular act constantly.
Sorry, I didn't get that.
You have to constantly keep dropping the emotions connected to the situation.
No, it's not that. I'm not saying that. You need to drop the judgment.
Okay.
I think we're running out of time. Let me just,
sorry.
No need to say sorry because this is a new language. So let's go to the next sentence. My husband hardly expresses my husband hardly expresses any affection. How do you convert it into observation? Is my husband hasn't hugged me for 2 weeks. Or it could be anything else. My husband came late on my birthday. Or my husband hasn't given me a birthday card or whatever. So instead of saying my husband hardly, or it could be anybody, my sister hardly expresses any affection. Is this clear?
Yes, yes.
Okay, so this was the first aspect, the observation. Now let's come to feelings. Okay. What are feelings? Feelings are barometers to tell us whether our needs are met or not met. We are experiencing pleasant feelings when our needs are met. We are experiencing unpleasant feelings when our needs are not met. So see this whole thing. Pleasant feeling, met need, unpleasant feeling, unmet need. Let's take the example to understand this better. I am feeling sad because I didn't receive a gift on my birthday. Okay. Now, what is the unmet need? Unmet need could be joy, acceptance, or belonging. We'll come to needs, but just understand the feelings first. Now, let's take the same example. I'm feeling happy because I received many gifts on my birthday. What is the met need? Could be joy, celebration, belonging. Let me share actually, if you all had already taken a situation under 5, take a look at the feelings list. I'm going to share the feelings list. So look at the feelings list. Ask yourself, what am I feeling when I'm observing this? Can somebody give me another situation, the real situation? Like Uma shared, when her grandchildren don't come for dinner, when she says 3 times, she feels irritated. Does anybody have another situation? Quickly,
Yeah.
not like a real heavy one.
Yeah.
Yes, Sora.
Every time my mother wants me to do something.
Okay, pause, Zora. Every time is not something that we are going to use.
Okay. When my mother wants me to do something for her, she starts the conversation by being mean to me.
By being mean is not an observation. Convert it into
by
observation.
gaslighting me or by highlighting my deficiencies.
That's also not observation. Will the camera capture that? Tell us exactly what she does.
She tells me, gives me a list of all the things that I do wrong to her in her life, or I have done wrong in my own life.
I'm not understanding it. If I'm your mother, I feel a lot of blame. You see, there is a disconnection happening. Tell me exactly what I do. Suppose I'm your mother. Tell me, Geeta, when you tell me to do 10 things, I mean, you're saying 10 things. When I tell you to do 3 things, break it down.
Okay.
Mama, when you tell me to do this.
Yeah. Mama, when you tell me about all the things I'm doing wrong in my life.
No, say when you tell me that, Zora, you've not done this correctly, when you've not done this correctly. Just for time's sake, just tell me 2 things.
She tells me that I am not paying enough attention to her.
Enough attention is also not observation.
But that's what she's telling me, because this is my observation that she is being mean to me.
Okay, yes, that's not your observation, that's your judgment. When my mama tells me that you don't give me enough time, say that. Okay, say it again.
Yeah, when my mother tells me that
Zora, you don't give me enough time.
Yeah, I don't give her enough time.
Say it one more time. Say it one more time.
When my mother tells me that, Zora, when you don't give me enough time.
Say it one more time.
When my mother tells me that, Zora, you don't give me enough time.
Okay, now feel the feeling in your body and maybe take a look at the feeling list. And let's all of us type the feeling in the chat box. What does Zora feel when her mother says that Zora is not giving enough time to her mother? What does Zora feel? And actually, it's multiplied. Now, right, for the interest of time, we are just taking one aspect of it. What is Zora feeling? Let me take a look at the chat box. Pain, ashamed. Look at the feelings list, people. She's feeling blamed is not a feeling, huh? Frustrated, yes. Sad, yes. And Zora, you tell us which is the bang on feeling. Look at the chat and tell
Okay.
us which is the bang on feeling.
I'm not sure it's I feel manipulated. Is that on the list?
Manipulated. Look at the feeling list. Manipulation is not a feeling.
Mm-hmm.
What do you feel when you feel manipulated? Hurt? Is it hurt?
No, not hurt really.
Angry? Indignant? Outraged? Resentful? Are you feeling resentful?
No, I do feel indignant. Yes.
Indignant, which is
I
which is
feel
an
patronized, so I guess indignant would be right.
which is a higher form of anger. Heartbroken, fantastic. Helpless. I'm not sure it's helpless. Keep looking at the list, Zora, and tell us 3 feelings that you feel.
3 feelings, okay.
Which are bang on. Oh yes, I feel this. Furious, fantastic, fantastic. Furious is
Disgruntled,
great.
definitely.
Yeah.
Hmm?
Good,
I feel
mortified.
indignant.
And look at the chat as well. I know you have to look at many things, but look at the chat as well as the list. Okay, you've identified 3 feelings. Looking at the chat, mistrust is not a feeling. What do you feel when you feel mistrusted? Because mistrust is a thought. Mistrust is not a feeling. We feel in our bodies. So please become aware of what is the feeling and what is not a feeling. Zora, have you identified 3 feelings?
Yeah, I feel apathetic.
Apathetic, fantastic.
I feel indignant.
Yeah.
And I feel exasperated.
Fantastic. Now let's redo this one more time. When my mother tells me that Zora, say it aloud. When my mother tells
When
me.
my mother tells me that Zora, you are not paying attention to me.
Yes, and pause. And I feel, breathe, and I feel say the 3 feelings. I feel.
And I feel indignant, annoyed, and disgruntled, apathetic.
Say the 3 feelings like over and over again 3 times and feel it in your body.
Exasperated, apathetic, and indignant.
Yes, and say it one more time.
Indignant, apathetic, and
yeah, great. And breathe into these feelings. It's important that you breathe into these feelings. And now let's look at the needs list. What is it that I need? And maybe we can type out what is Zora's need. Where she's feeling indignant, exasperated, and all of that stuff. What does she need? What does Zora need? Peace, fantastic. And Zora, can you bang on? Which are the 3 or maybe 2 needs that are bang on? Say that aloud.
Okay, I need.
Keep looking at the chat.
Authenticity and integrity.
Okay, she's already got it. Superb. So, see, I feel this, and I need this. You know the feeling. So imagine your left hand is feelings and your right hand is needs. So say, I feel this and I need this. And say the 3 feelings and say the 3 needs.
I feel disgruntled, apathetic, and indignant. And I need authenticity and
people help her. She needed, what was her need?
Authenticity and
I need
integrity.
Peace. Integrity.
Integrity, yeah.
Okay, say it one time. I feel this. And
I feel disgruntled, apathetic, and indignant. And I need authenticity and integrity.
Great. And one last time, do it again.
I feel disgruntled, apathetic, and indignant. And I need authenticity and integrity.
Wait, and then stay with this for 30 seconds. Don't rush it. Just connect with your feeling and connect with your need, and you'll experience some bit of shift. I know we are doing this on Zoom and it's another language, yet try to connect with your feeling and connect with your need, and something in your body will shift. It's not a solution. It's not fixing the problem. It's understanding your own self. It's actually empathizing with your own self by understanding your own needs, own feelings. Yeah, stay with it. Okay. Zara, do you feel a minute shift, even if it is wee bit?
Yeah, I feel like I've addressed the
Yeah,
coach.
just acknowledge. Yes, acknowledging. Please acknowledge your feelings and needs. Okay. Let's move ahead and see the next. So yeah, so feelings are not good or bad. Feelings are pleasant or unpleasant. Huh? Now, and let's understand needs. When we experience unpleasant feelings, it guides us to our unmet needs. When we experience pleasant feelings, it guides us to our met needs. So same, just like we did with Zora, I'm feeling so and so because my need for so and so is met or unmet. Okay. So let's look at these examples. I'm feeling exhausted because no one is helping me with the dishes. Unmet need is support. I'm sad that you're leaving. Unmet need is companionship. I feel scared when you say that. Unmet need is safety. Are you getting it? Is everybody understanding? See, this is a new language. Don't expect to understand it completely. But even if you're getting wee bit, it's important. So there is a feeling list and there is a need list, which I'm constantly sharing. And it is available on CNVC. I'm going to type it out. It's available on cnvc.org. 1 minute. .org. So go through this website. In that, there is a feeling list and there is a need list. Choose the feeling, choose the need. I'm going to repeat. Observation. First is convert it into observation. Convert the situation into observation. Connect with the feeling. Connect with the need. Is this much clear?
Yes, yes, clear.
Yes.
Now let's come.
Clear, but that understanding and the exercise which you are giving, that's little, we are slow.
Because it's just a 1 hour session. I mean, I'm kind of consolidating everything and offering it. So it's not easy. Let me tell
Have
you.
time, you can extend it for 15-20 minutes easily if you have time. We don't have any problem.
We will take 1 or 2 case studies after I finish the request bit. Okay.
Right.
Are you getting it? Are you getting it even about like 15-20%? That's good enough.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes,
yeah,
begin with.
definitely get
That
it.
breaking it into parts is good concept.
Yes. So now let's come to request, which is actually the most toughest part of the session. Yeah. So let me show you first this is called the hopscotch of NVC. Observation. The minute there is a situation, you convert it into observation. Now, the minute you convert it into observation, either you feel a pleasant feeling or an unpleasant feeling. Now, we feel unpleasant feeling when our needs are not met. Like in case of Zora, what was her unmet need? As she said, I can't remember, but she said something. What was your need, Zora, if you could say it?
Authenticity.
Authenticity and integrity.
Integrity.
Exactly. So the minute that need is not met, she will feel an unpleasant feeling. Right? And you will feel a pleasant feeling when your needs are met. Now, obviously, when your needs are not met, you will try to fulfill them, correct? Whose responsibility it is to fulfill your needs? yours. It is not Zora's mother who's going to fulfill Zora's needs. Or it is not Uma's grandchildren who are going to fulfill Uma's needs. Uma, what were your needs? Discipline, I think. I can't remember actually. I haven't written it down.
Discipline and order.
Yes. So if Uma's needs is discipline and order, it is Uma's responsibility to fulfill those needs, not her grandchildren. If Zohra's needs are XYZ, it is Zohra's responsibility to fulfill her needs, not her mother. Okay? That's now, this is where request comes in. So one is I can request to myself or I can request to somebody else, right? Request is one of the ways to fulfill my need. It is not the only way. Is this making sense?
Yes, absolutely.
Please remember, I'm going to share the screen again so that I can make myself clear. So the minute your need is unfulfilled, what do I feel in my body? Some unpleasant feeling, correct? Now, if I'm feeling something, I need to fulfill that need. Now, if I need to fulfill that need, one of the ways is request. Now, what is a request? Let's go through request. We make requests to meet our unmet needs. First of all, requests needs to be specific and doable. You need to have the ability to hear a no. A request is not a demand. Now let's go through the examples to understand this. Now the first sentence is not a request. The second sentence explains how to change it to make a clear request. So let's say observation, feeling, need ho gaya. Now I'm coming to request. I want you to understand me. Now this is not a request. The word understand does not clearly express a request for a specific action. A request for a specific action would be, would you be okay to talk with me for an hour before we sleep? So how often do we say, I want you to understand? Suppose I'm telling Shakuntala, I want you to understand me. Or imagine Zora is telling her mother, I want you to understand me. Does that make sense? No.
No.
Make it very specific and doable. If I'm telling my son or my daughter, I want you to be responsible. Does it make sense? No.
No.
Make it specific and doable. I want you to understand me could be, can you talk to me in the night for half an hour before sleeping? Or what else could it be? Write it in the chat. What else could it be? I want you to understand me. Break it down into specific and doable. I would like you all to practice this by typing it in the chat. I want you to understand me. Make it specific and doable. Yes, can we talk about this tomorrow? Tomorrow, break it into more specific. Tomorrow is 24 hours, at 9 a.m. before I go to sleep. So fantastic. So let's talk for 5 minutes before I go to sleep is the perfect answer. Like that, any other answer? I want you to understand me. Instead of talking, kuch aur bolo. Can you text me what you're saying? Can you WhatsApp me?
Do you mind if I speak? Because I take long to type.
Yeah. Yes, Uma, tell me.
I can say, is it okay for you to watch for another 15 minutes and be there on the table?
Yeah, superb. And what if your children say no? Are you okay? So request, you make a request only when you have the ability to hear a no. If you don't have the ability to hear a no, it's a demand. Please understand the difference between request and demand. Don't use a request tone when you don't have the ability to hear a no.
Okay.
You
Then I
rather say
can,
demand. You rather use a demand.
and
You
then I can
better
say,
be here.
you better be here. Yes.
Yes, you better be here in 10 minutes after you finish your watching TV in 10 minutes. Don't use a manipulative request.
Okay.
Okay, so what if I say something like, you are asking something from me which is very difficult for me to give, and I feel very stressed out about it. So can we sit down and discuss about what you can change so that I can meet your demands?
Absolutely. Yes, you can we have a discussion about this subject? Let's say after dinner, or let's say at 9 p.m. or whatever, or before we sleep, or once you wake up, anything. The more specific, the better it is. Yeah, a request has to be specific, doable, and an ability to hear a no. Is this making sense?
Yeah, I didn't understand this. That so in Umaji's case, like she would say, you better be here after 5 minutes. But like, what's that to do with the ability to hear a no?
No, that is a demand. We are having a distinction between demand and request.
But how will this solve her dilemma?
What is the dilemma?
Like if she puts the particular the like you said it's an order. What did you say? It's a demand. Okay, the demand, you better be here after 5 minutes. And suppose that doesn't, it's not acceded to, then in that case,
That's
what
fine.
should
Then
do?
we again go back to OFNR, observation, feeling, need, request. So please understand, we are not using this communication as a fixing medium, as a solution medium.
Okay.
The communication methodology which definitely builds connection. And the point is, if there is more connection, the outcome is there is more peace, harmony.
But
But
does
with
this
the
work
demand,
only if you're connected to someone? What if the person says no? If you
no,
know the
but
person is going to say no.
but with the
Okay,
demand,
pause. There are two people speaking, which I'm not
with
able to understand.
I'm sorry, I don't understand this. With the demand, how will you, with the demand, how will you form a connection? It won't be a positive connection.
It is going to be, because we'll go back and forth. Let's role play this for 2 minutes. Okay, Uma? Okay, or maybe with Rahul. So suppose, tell me, and imagine me to be the grandchild, and Rahul, tell me now, say you better be here.
Okay, you better be here after 5 minutes for dinner.
Yeah, I'm sorry, I can't. I'm watching television. Dad, I'm watching television. I'm not going to be here in 5 minutes. So what are you observing? Again, we go back, observing. You're observing that I asked my child to come and eat, and my child said no. I'm feeling angry. What is my need? My need is discipline. Son is not listening, or my daughter is not like, oh, can I request myself? Okay, I'm going to take a break from my child. See, the point is, it is your responsibility to fulfill your need. Your need is discipline. What the hell have I got to do with your need? I don't want to fulfill your need. Correct?
So and actually we have the betterment of the child, because that if he's there, it's also, like it's I mean, it's good for the child also to be on time or whatever when once the thing is there.
That's what you think.
Okay.
That's not what I think.
Okay.
And we can keep having an argument about this.
Over that. Okay.
It is. Let's keep doing this. And you keep saying that this is for your betterment, blah, blah, blah. The point is, you need to, okay, can we have a discussion about this in the night? Let's say you are my son, and I'm saying, I'm getting really agitated because you're not listening to me, and this is for your betterment. So once I've practiced this enough with my own self in my own head, I need discipline. I need discipline. I'm getting agitated. I need discipline. I'm getting agitated. Can I finally tell you that, Rahul, I've been telling you this 10 times and you're not listening to me. Can we have a discussion about this in the evening at 10 p.m.? Yes, dad.
Okay.
Then at 10 p.m., we have a discussion and we go back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. And then we'll come to a midpoint. Now, this is a short session we are doing, which is why I cannot take this up as a case study. But if we take this as a case study, you will come to a midpoint.
Okay, I understood that. I understood that actually. Okay.
Point is, we run away from having these discussions.
True. Yes.
What if the other person is not ready for a discussion?
Then don't, because you're breaking your head.
It's not going to happen anyway.
Yeah. So you ask the child, are you willing to discuss with me? No. Okay, fine. I'll wait. Next day. Listen, I get agitated when I tell you to have dinner and you say no. Can we have a discussion? No, dad. Third day. Can we have a discussion? No, dad. Fourth day. Okay, fine. Let's talk about this. Do you get it? But the
generally
point
the child
is,
gets more resistant and argumentative once you like, I mean, so it's better to let go.
The point is, don't look at this as a fixing medium. Please, again and again, I'm telling you.
True.
Focus on what am I feeling? What am I needing? And this is just the first step. When a child is learning a new language, when you're teaching the child English or Hindi or Gujarati or German or whatever, it is the first class. First, you practice a little bit.
Ma'am,
okay,
is it possible?
Taruna, hang on. Let me just take a recap, because if people want to leave, let me see the time. Yeah. If people want to leave, just in case they could leave. So let's take a recap. First of all, this is a heartful communication. This is a communication from the heart, which means it builds connection. This is not a solution-based connection, solution-based language. This is a connection-based language. So how do we practice this? 4 steps: observation, feeling, need, request. Okay, 4 steps, or let's say 4 steps. Whatever the situation is, break it down into observation. What am I observing? How do we do it? What a camera can capture, right? Then what am I feeling? When I see this, when I hear this, I feel this. Okay, for that, there is a support system, which is the feeling list, which is there on cnvc.org. Okay, you look at the feeling, say that to yourself 3 times. Oh, when I hear this, or when I see this, I feel this, I feel this, I feel this. Okay, feel it in your body. Then ask yourself, what do I need? Oh, I need this. Look at the needs list. Tell yourself 3 times, at least to begin with. I feel this. I need this. I feel this. I need this. Okay, feel it in your body again. Then come to a request. I can make a request to the other person, or I can make a request to myself. Request has to be specific, doable, ability to hear a no. Or you can make a demand, clear demand. Doesn't matter. It's okay to demand, and it's okay to make a request. Understand the difference between the two. That's it about NVC for today, at least, to begin with, or heartful communication. Is this clear? 4 steps: observation, feeling, need, request. Now, Taruna, we can take up your question. Anybody has something to ask, you can either WhatsApp me, send me an email. My phone number, I'm going to type it here. My website also. Actually, just a sec. 98203900102. So my phone number is 98203900102. My website is Geeta Bhansali. GeetaBhansali.com. So you can text me or write to me. Okay. Yeah. And there are a lot of resources that are available on the website or on the internet as well as NVC, nonviolent communication. Yes, Taruna, I can be here for another 10-15 minutes. Yes.
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, I was asking, if I say my kid that you be here within 5 minutes for dinner, and that the child says, "No, Mama, I can't come, and I'm watching TV." So can I say it like this? Can you come in 10 minutes, or can you finish it your program? Maybe it's of 15 minutes left. You can come after 15 minutes. Can I say like this?
You can, but again, this is not a solution fixing. You're not fixing your children.
I just wanted to be in discipline, so I can just negotiating the time with the child. Okay, it's in
The point
mid-term.
is, the whole idea is, Taruna, you need to sit with your children and understand their stuff as well. Sit with them and
Yes.
understand what is it, and create a like a agreement between them. So each time you don't have to go through it this again and again with respect to having dinner. So have a very clear agreement with your children that if every day we are going to sit for dinner at say 9 p.m. Are you agreeing to sit for dinner at 9 p.m. each day, or let's say 5 days a week? What is going on? Or do you want to watch your TV? Let's have a detailed discussion about that. Understand your feeling and need,
Yes,
understanding
yes.
their feeling and need.
What I get it from all the session is I have to be specific. If I'm not specific about the things, the kid will not
Absolutely.
understand.
It's not about the child, it's about you.
Geeta ji,
That's
is
the
it
point.
something you can take up when the child is in a very congenial atmosphere? They are talking to you, sitting, chatting with you. Then you take up this topic and talk it out with them. Do you think that is more workable?
Yes, but before that, identify your feeling, your need. What is my feeling and what is my need? And then focus on that. And if possible, identify your child's feeling and your child's need. Now, if the child is watching TV, what do you think the child needs? Fun, excitement, all of that. Now, identify that. I know you like watching TV, but can we have an agreement between us about dinner? Because I need discipline, you need fun. What can we do? What can we do? It's a healthy discussion. No, we usually don't have healthy discussions.
Moreover, if kids don't sleep on time after dinner, it also affecting their health because उनका sleeping time बहुत कम हो जाता है. That is also the thing. हम बच्चों को समझा सकते हैं वैसे भी उस तरीके से भी.
We are digressing from the.
Don't wake up on time.
Taruna, we are digressing from the topic. The topic is not about disciplining the children. The topic is about non-violent communication. Are you all getting it? We are not here to talk about solutions to certain problems. This session is not about that. This session is about what is this new language that we're learning? Because the situation or the problem could be umpteen, could be 10,000, right?
Yes.
It is not about discipline, how to discipline the child. It is how can I talk in a manner that builds connection. Let's understand this very clearly. Is this making sense?
Yes, I feel
Yes.
it is.
Yes.
When we talk, we should not antagonize when we talk, we should not antagonize the person. Our language should be so that even if it's not acceptable, at least we are in a very polite manner. I mean, this is what I gather, that never say never, always, things like that, so that they don't get angry, as soon as they become on guard. Am I right?
Yeah, I'm not sure if that's right, but it's okay. It's okay to begin with. Yeah.
Okay, this is what I gather.
Okay. So anything else? I think this is for today. We have exceeded the time, and I would like to end in another 2 minutes. So we have just about 2 minutes for any questions or feedback.
Yeah, I just want to give my feedback. It was really a fantastic session, though it's a new language and we will take time What I understood is, generally we as parents, we are in a commanding mode. The problem is not always with the child. If he or she is not coming on the table for the dinner at the right time, you just leave it. Let them be, let them sleep empty, even hungry also. Because जब उनको भूख लगेगी, they will come and they'll eat. Or the fantastic idea you gave is, if we are in the commanding mode, this we need to break up, like observation, feeling, need, and request. And I'm going to put these two lists in the group also. That this is very interesting, which Geeta ji told ki, first you have to find out what you're feeling and what's your need. What you are feeling, what's your need. You are feeling irritated, hesitated. Your need is peace of mind. Once
Yeah.
we'll understand what we need, see, it is not we have to correct our children, we have to correct ourselves also. And this is fantastic tool. Geeta ji said, this is not the solution. This is the language we have to change. And once we'll change the language and even the request part is, it should be doable. At the same time, child may say no. Sometimes child may not be hungry also. They may say no, they may come late. It's okay, I think. This is what I understood. I hope.
Yeah.
And it
Yeah.
was really a fantastic session.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, Geeta ji. Thanks a lot.
Thank you so much.
So Geeta ji, is it doable? Like what comes into your experience, it is the same thing applies to a kid as well as to the adult and the youth, everyone.
Yeah, so
What-
this is a universal language. I mean, the sooner you practice it, especially with a child, the better it is, because the child will grow up with a lot of compassion. And the point is, we need to build a vocabulary with respect to feelings. All that we know of is sad and bad. We don't know any other feeling. So the more we have a vocabulary for feelings, it gives you the strength to acknowledge your feelings. So if you saw the feelings list, it's a whole lot. And the point is, we don't even know what we need.
At the
Just
same
acknowledge
time,
एक तेरा एक उसका है, कल ले जाना,
would like-
कल ले जाना.
Okay.
Sorry.
Yachna, you
See, it's not only me. Yeah, I think everyone around me also have to be sensitized about this, so that we all can be, in the same learning mode, learning this language, because the family consisting of, let's say, 3, 4, 5 people, they have to be consistent in their approach. Am I right? Or
First, you practice it with yourself, because see, other people, you don't expect others to understand the language. You know the language, which is why I'm saying first deconstruct the situation in your own head.
right.
Don't expect your husband, for example, to talk to you in a manner which is non-violent, which is observation, feeling. You know the language, he doesn't. Yeah.
Yeah. Of course.
And it's not easy. Let me tell you, it's not easy.
Yeah, I can
people.
see it. Yeah, we can see it very clearly now only. But yes, it was
Yeah.
good, very enlightening. Thank you so much.
Welcome. Yes, thank you, everybody.
Thank
Good
you very much, Geeta ji, for coming for this session. And you have really, really given some, that we need to learn. Still, we need to learn the language.
Good evening. Good evening, everybody. It has actually created a thought in our mind, and before we speak, we should at least keep a thought in our mind. Sometimes we speak fluently, and we don't think what we are speaking, what we are feeling, what other people have the impression of what we are speaking. In it, we should think and understand what we are speaking, and that is, I think, non-violent communication.
We need to work on ourselves.
We would have to need We would have to work for it. And
Yeah.
जो वो कहते हैं ना, जो हमें अच्छा नहीं लगता सुनने में, वो सामने वाले को भी नहीं बोलना चाहिए.
Correct. Correct.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank
Geeta
you.
ji. It was a really enlightening session.
Thank you. Thank you, Shakuntala. Thank you. Thank you, everybody. Good night.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Geeta
Bye.
ji. Thanks.
Yes,
Bye.
thank you.
Thank you,
Bye.
Geeta ji. Bye bye. Good night. Thank
Bye.
you.
Good night.